Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rob Barrington here, and this is another weekly challenge with the robots, and it's a Just Declare challenge. This is a weird one, folks. I've actually already clipped off this board. I thought I was recording it, but I wasn't actually getting the entire feed in on this. So I've already just played this board very quickly. We didn't miss too much, folks, but I want to talk about two things on this hand. Number one, how poorly I played this. I should only go down one on this. I went down an extra trick, which may in fact lead to a bad score for us. But the auction here was really what I wanted to talk about because the robots did a perfect job with this hand on the auction. So real quick, as the South player, if I were bidding this hand, and remember this is a Just Declare tournament, so the robot bids the hands for us, I would open the South player's hand one no trump. It is the perfect upgrade, right? It's a very good 14 with a good 5-card suit. It's worthy of a one no trump bid. But if we did that, or if we were playing this, we would have deprived the North robot of the perfect auction. They've done an amazing job with this hand because they have what's called a really bad raise of our heart suit. The robot, and honestly, most of you should be playing what's called constructive raises in the major suits. So 1 heart, 2 hearts, or 1 spade, 2 spades should be more like a good 7 to 10, or a good 7 to a bad 10, or 7 to 9. And 3-card support for that major. It is a better way to have a lot of range for your raises. And this auction is how we would show a really bad raise, like a bad 5 to 7 with 3-card support. We go through the forcing no trump, and that's what the robot has done here. And then we take a preference for hearts. So the South player, me on this hand, would think, okay, we don't have a heart fit. We're likely to only have 5-2 in this suit. And partner's just taking a preference of the 2 choices we gave them. In reality, though, partner is using this as a mechanism to show a bad raise. And this is quite preemptive in the way it is bid, because the opponents now, especially in this chair over here, after North bids 2 hearts and it goes pass to them, they're way less likely to be balancing because they think also quite correctly that we're really not likely to have a heart fit. So the balance need is way less for them. So on this auction, I love it. The robot crushed this auction. 10 out of 10 for the robot. Too bad I played this like a total just dummy. Just total dummy. I actually did pretty well in this hand to get to a situation where I was down 1. At some point, I ended up over in dummy, which was amazing. They had led spades for me at some point, so I got an entry to dummy. And I terribly forgot to cash a winner and pitch a loser away, there was a little risk to it, but it was a pretty obvious play here. And as usual, we've put ourselves in a hole, I believe, on this board. I would guess, and this is just my guess right now, I would guess the robot is in 2 hearts, make down 1. Basically, they have the exact same auction, but they probably played it a trick better. And if they didn't, we're getting super lucky on that one. All right, so let's play a real hand now. And we've already had the auction, so we've ended up in 4 hearts. And at first blush, it doesn't look like it's going to be that amazing for us. It looks like we may, if the cards are wrong, have too many losers. But let's look at the auction. It started with North bidding a club. And let's just look at the North hand. That's perfect. 3-3 in the minors. We bid a heart. Yep, we're going to game force at some point. Partner bid a spade. We bid 2 diamonds, 4 through forcing. North bid 2 hearts, and South with a minimum bid 4 hearts. I like this auction. I think it's it's probably a 9.5, 10 out of 10. It's very close to perfection. Maybe South. Maybe South just bids 3 hearts and kind of splits the difference, but it is kind of a minimum game forcing hand, to be fair, and they know they only have an 8-card fit. So on this one, well done. They get to a perfect level. We're always going to be bidding a game with this hand. Just because it might not make sometimes doesn't mean we shouldn't be there. The spade lead is quite nice for us here, especially because it's the jack, and I would have guessed it's from jack 10. So that might set up an extra trick for us later, even though it looks like we're not going to need it because they've just hopped up with the ace here. Let's hope they're not roughing. Okay, wow, both of those spades are good now, and we have an embarrassment of riches at this point. So now what's this hand all about, folks? It's about the trump suit. It really is about the trump suit. We want to draw trump as quickly and as... it is not the best situation to be drawing from. I mean, we want to really get over there and either play the queen of hearts and just take 2 finesses in that situation, or we can just play ace of hearts low to the queen, or we can play low to the queen and 10 and then back to the ace. We can do a number of different things. I think the most efficient way, especially since it looks like they might have set up a spade ruff, is to play ace of hearts first and then to try to guess the heart on the way over there. Luckily, they guessed it for us, hopping the king, and okay, that is not too shabby there. We'll take that. And now we will just take our tricks and end up losing a diamond, it looks like, right? I'm going to get to pitch 3 diamonds away, right? I'm going to get to pitch 1 on this queen of clubs and then 2 on the spades. But unfortunately, that leaves me with 1 loser, and that is the ace of diamonds, right? So here looks like the lefty did only have 2 of those spades. So we did dodge a little bullet there by drawing trumps efficiently, even though they were winning that king of hearts anyway over there, so they weren't going to be able to transport to their partner unless they had the ace of diamonds. And did they? No, lefty had everything here. So plus 620, that looks very normal, folks. That looks like it's just the score we're going to achieve on this if we play hearts this way. And honestly, if we played hearts the other way, the interesting thing is we do have entries because the ace of diamonds is on side, but at this point, I would guess I only have 1 club entry, so trying to get over to dummy and finesse this way would mean that if that was, if that lost, I would have to get back over there and do this one more time, and I don't have a guarantee to get back over there. And the fact that it looks like they were getting ready to set up a spade ruff means if I can draw 2 rounds, ace and then another, I'm lessening this risk on that side there. All right, that is the 2 boards we had for today. And don't forget, big week on bridgelesson.com. We have a lot of classes for you. Number 1, starting today, if you're watching this live on October 11th, I am posting an opening leads defense decisions course. And this is a great course. It's going to give you all the choices from the player that's making the opening lead. So we're going to go over a ton of conceptual stuff. I am going to include a little bit of notes package in this one just for you guys to have something, a little bit of a crib sheet for you guys making opening leads in the future. We're going to talk about passive aggressive leads, when to lead trump, and when to just kind of make the obvious lead, and or when to be tricky, right? So that's the opening leads course starting October 11th. Doubles practice. This goes along with the doubles complete guide that I released recently. This is a great way to just practice the most confusing bit in bridge. So if you have trouble with doubles, this is a great way to kind of see them in their native environment, make your decisions, and master this concept. And last but not least, the next Declare Decisions is a fun one. It is 7-card trump bits. The Declare Decisions course, which we'll post on Thursday, October 13th, is all about playing in something that scares you guys to death. 7-card trump bits, how to play them, when to draw trump, when not to, and how to take advantage of these pretty common situations, especially this one of the hands we had today, that first one we talked about, and let's look at that. This would usually be an auction where we would have a 7-card fit, right? Where it goes a major and no trump, we bid something else and they take a preference. We'll see a couple of hands where you'll have to play in those 7-card fits in these situations, which I'm sure you've seen many of in your time so far as a bridge player. So master that and don't be as scared as you usually are in those situations. So check out those for you right at bridgelesson.com. I'll leave the links in the description for you, and I'll be back with this next hand here. We're going to be playing 3-no trump on this one and see if you can guess the auction. I think it's pretty clear what happened here, but we'll see if the robots got it right tomorrow. See you then, folks.